Hey everyone, I just got the HK-87 droid in. This is from a friend in Hong Kong, along with the rest of this wave, which I have been reviewing this week on my channel. I really love the look of this droid, and it makes me really nostalgic for this episode. We can see a little peek of it here at the top of the box. Just, seeing Ahsoka in live action for the first time, I stayed up till midnight to watch that episode, and I feel like I'm just gonna go ahead and watch that again after this review, because I really want to see these guys in action one more time. I got really busy this week with just some real life stuff, and so I didn't have a chance to review this when I reviewed the others. So I did have him unboxed already, so we can go ahead and just look at the figure loose, but typical plastic-free packaging, he came wrapped in tissue paper. My first impression was that it was a lot smaller than I expected. This is closer to the size of like a human figure rather than the droid, the New Republic security droid that we saw from Mando. That figure was quite large. I thought this was going to be closer to that. But we'll do some comparisons at the end with that figure and the Mandalorian and Ahsoka and all of that, so stay tuned for that at the end. Let's go ahead and get him into his waiting for the bus pose, and let's look at the weapon here. I don't think that we've seen this weapon before. It's really cool looking, very Star Warsy, but still just like has a little bit of personality there. And then under the soft goods here, we do have just the same, body that we see on the other side there. Nothing special in the sculpt on this side. I'm really digging these soft goods here. I think they are tailored really nicely, and having the belt around the waist there just cinches it in exactly the right spot, and so it just kind of removes any of the issues that you usually have with soft goods. And then these little wires here are just a free floating piece. I feel like there's a lot of really good customizing potential on this figure. Like if these end up going on sale for like $10, the way that some figures are on Amazon right now, I might pick up a couple extra of these just for like the belt and the weapons and the wires there. I think those could look really cool on some other figures. I wish that the feet were just a little bit bigger. They are kind of tiny, like battle droid feet almost. Great articulation at the thigh though. But yeah, it's like I feel like, we didn't really get that good of a look at these figures in the show, and it's like if they had made these a couple millimeters larger just to have it stand a little bit better, I don't think a single person would have noticed that being inaccurate. It's not like a human figure where we're used to, proportions looking a certain way. Like I think I could have taken some liberties here. Let me know in the comments below if you prefer, strict screen accuracy, or if you're okay with a couple liberties being taken here and there just to make better figures. By the way, if you're still watching and you are new to the channel, I think you might enjoy some of the rest of my videos, so that subscribe button is right there if you would like to see more. Right now I'm just trying to get this figure into a simple standing pose. Once the arms come up, it gets a little bit more front weighted. Surprisingly, that makes a difference, and he definitely has a tendency to fall forward. So you kind of have to like lean him back, and then the ankles have that weird ratchet where it's like they don't sit exactly where you want them to. They're either too far forward or too far back, where it needs to be kind of in the middle there. So maybe I just got unlucky with mine, but this definitely feels like one of those figures, like the battle droids, like the K2SO, that is always going to be flopping forward on your shelf, knocking everyone else down with it. So I do have these Hexagon stands that I designed and 3D printed for my Patreon, and I have a little piece of black tack in here because the feet are so small. There is a smaller version of the stand available where the foot clip is a little bit tighter for small figures like Ahsoka and that sort of thing, but you can see here now we've got like a weak ankle that's just giving it some issue, but this definitely helps keep it in place, and I'm going to put it on this for the height comparisons since my other figures also have that. But here's that New Republic security droid. You can see it stands a few inches taller, inches within the scale of the figures. And then this New Republic droid does have some dry brushing and weathering on there, some dark wash, just to kind of make it look a little bit more metallic. So I feel like this HK droid could also use some of that. Here's a Mandalorian figure. This is a custom helmet and cape, but the height should be the same. And then I just wanted to show off my awesome Ahsoka from Frederick's Figures. He did the tailoring on this. He repainted the face and just did an incredible job on making Ahsoka look just so much more realistic. This is actually the Black Series head. Just managed to bring out all of that detail and just really make it look just like Ahsoka from the show. So I definitely see myself displaying these with maybe one on each side of Ahsoka on the shelf, even though, they're not really flanking her, they're more fighting her, but I just think these are going to look really cool in the context of that episode. This also inspires me to do a diorama from this episode, which may be coming to my Patreon soon. Thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you all next time.